When creating professional presentations, we often rely on the use of PowerPoint, and though it's incredibly beneficial and super helpful, it can sometimes get a little boring and redundant. So today I'm going to show you how to create a sway. A sway is very much like a PowerPoint, but it's a little more engaging. It's a little more user-friendly, and it's a little more visually pleasing. So we're going to begin by starting with Google Chrome and opening up our Office 365 account. In your applications, you will find an app entitled Sway. This is a fairly new app, so it's pretty exciting to use. Go ahead and click on Sway. You will be given a welcome title, and you will see on the left-hand side of the screen, Create New. Go ahead and click on that. Right off the bat, it looks very similar to Form. It's going to ask you to title your sway. Again, make sure your title is a little more creative than mine. I'd like to add a background. So if you look to the right-hand side of your screen, you will notice that it's going to give you several suggested photographs or images. It can be found on OneDrive, Flickr, Bing Images, Picit, YouTube, or My Device. Typically, to avoid copyright issues, I typically go to My Device and look for those uncopyrighted photographs or clip art images. Okay, so I'm just going to see what I have on mine and attach that. So I'm going to go to my pictures, and I'm going to include this law picture. Okay, so now I have my title and my background image. Now I'd like to add a new page or a new card. This is much like adding a new slide to a PowerPoint. All I'm going to do is click on this Insert Content or plus sign button. Okay, so here you can choose what kind of content you would like to add. Would you like it to be a heading, simply text, another image, so on or so forth? Again, text, media, you can include videos, you can include audio of yourself speaking or explaining something, but I think I'm going to stick to heading right now. So my first heading okay, I'm going to add another one. And I'm just going to introduce my topic. Okay. I'm going to give some bullets. 1 out of 3 teens Okay, please don't quote me on my facts. I just kind of made those up on a whim. You are responsible for your own research and statistics. Again, disregard mine. Okay, so I've got my first title card, followed by my first heading card, and then my first text card. And if I would like to add another image, I could do so. And you'll notice that if you go to the right-hand side, there is a Search Sources tab. So if I wanted to click teenager, okay, you will notice that it does give you some pictures. Some are copyrighted. You will notice you are responsible for respecting others' rights, including copyright. So again, use your discretion. But if I know that this is uncopyrighted, I'm going to use this girl on her cell phone. Click on it and add. I could add a caption under my picture. Okay. All right. And if I really want something to be bolded, they use what's called emphasize. So if I'd like something to be bold, I emphasize it. If I'd like something to be accented or italicized, I click the accent tab. I'm going to close this out because I don't need it. Alright, so if I am interested in what my sway actually looks like, because it looks a little boring as is, I'd like to preview what it looks like to my viewers. I'm going to go up to the right-hand side and hit play. Okay, so it is loading. You can see that this is the last page that we created. It's taking a little longer than I anticipated, so let's go back to edit. Alright, so this is called your storyline. It is the creation of all of your information in a line or row. So if you would like to change it up a little bit, add some flair to it, go up here to the Design tab. And you'll notice that it says bring your sway to life with colors and textures. Of course, we're going to click on some styles and we're going to look at how this can be presented. You can present your sway as a typical slide format, much like a PowerPoint, or you can present it horizontally, meaning that your audience kind of slides through the pages as so, or you can slide through it vertically, which is pretty helpful when you're viewing your sway on an iPad or cell phone. Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with the way it looks actually. They chose the text for me and the background. It's neat, it's clean, but if I'm not satisfied, there are multiple options to the right-hand side. Let's just click this one. Okay, you will notice that it changes the background, the font color, and even the font. Again, if I'm not satisfied, I'm just going to keep clicking. If I'm having a hard time deciding between the options, there's this cool little tool called the Remix button. If I click that, Sway automatically chooses a design for me. I can click this button as many times as I like until I find a sway that I think is visually pleasing. I really like this one, so I'm going to stay here. Okay, I'm going to go back to my storyline. So once you are satisfied with your sway, all of your information is in place, you have at least 10 cards created, you have included audio, you've included images, and you've included the appropriate evidence, and you are satisfied, you need to create a link to share with your teacher, and your fellow classmates. So like always, go up to the right-hand side and click Share. And we want to share it with anyone with a link. But we don't want them to be able to edit it, just view. So we're going to make sure that that's checked. And then we're going to copy and paste our link. So we're going to right-click it, hit copy. And now we can share it via email, the OneNote notebook, or other options.